All right, let's do it. It's the Umrall Sydney SuperNight. We'll get 2 nights of back-to-back night racing, which is pretty cool. And thoroughly enjoyed tonight's race. In their 250th round, it's a 1-2 for the Red Bull boys. So well done to Shane Van Gisbergen and to Jamie Whincup and Will Davison hanging on for a hard-fought third place today. We'll start with Shane. Just some thoughts on when you realised you were in for a potential race win then, because I'm curious as to how that played out from the cockpit.
Yeah, it was a cool battle at the start. Normally you're driving around at 50%, just driving to the tyre, but I thought we were only going to do 5 laps, or 6 laps in my case, for the hard tyre, so we're just flat out everywhere, and my tyre was done when they pitted, and Couchy said, we'll probably keep going, because there was a bit of a gap behind. And yeah, just it hung in there pretty good, like you could just push flat out, whereas when you put the soft on, you know it's a long way. So yeah, and then when I came out, I was surprised that Jamie wasn't further ahead, and just drove up to him slowly and then made sure I had cool tyres when I got there.
You didn't get any hard tyre running in practice, did you? You saved them?
No, we probably missed a trick there. Like, you don't really qualify on them, and the guys next door did a good job by running them, getting a feel and knowing. Same with Erebus, I think, did it. So maybe we missed something there, but in the race, the car was pretty speedy on hards.
Thoughts on the 2-tyre format that we've got going on this weekend, the 2-tyre compound format?
Yeah, I thought before the race that it was going to be, we're all sort of put in a box and going to pit early, but actually was okay, and there was differences in speed and stuff, so it surprised me. But yeah, we'll see what happens in the race tomorrow once people have figured it out a bit and it's going to be hotter, or it might rain. But yeah, it was good just to be competitive. I guess the good DJR car wasn't up front, so we don't know if we're really that fast, but yeah, we'll see.
Fucking has me on for one, doesn't it?
You know what I mean.
But it's actually a compliment.
Kind of a compliment. Yeah. But you know what I mean. It's we'll see how fast we are tomorrow, because he'll be up front.
Fair enough, mate. Jamie, we'll go to Jamie on this one.
Okay, now, bro.
Yeah. Thoughts, Jamie, on just the 250 rounds for the team and bagging a 1-2 today first?
Oh, yeah, that's obviously the what would you say? That's what we'll reflect on today. We a 1-2 team performance in our 250th event. We won't say round, will we? We get confused with rounds and races and everything. We'll say event. But no, fantastic. We love racing under lights. It was quite a much bigger crowd here today than what it was last weekend. I think everyone forgot about supercars and saw it on the TV last week and said, I might come out and try that. Unfortunately, it wasn't the most eventful race, but be careful what you wish. I think tomorrow is going to be pretty crazy with the heavens falling out of the sky.
Is it fair to say after those 2 practice sessions in particular that maybe you weren't expecting a 1-2 today?
We'd like to think we're as competitive as anybody else. No, we know once we can get it together, we're up the front. So no, we certainly thought it was possible. Will Brown was very, very fast in qualifying and also the start of the race, and we put plenty of pressure on those guys, and I'm not sure what happened in the pit stop, but I'm not sure if it was a forced error or unforced error, but we put ourselves in the best position and feel like we deserve the 1-2.
As a decision maker for the sport, your thoughts on how the 2-tyre compound thing played out today, both quali and the races?
I like the dual compound as long as it's over one race. Same as F1. I don't like it when cars stack their soft tyres and completely write one race off for another. I like to have it the same for everyone in every race, but the qualifying, I'm a bit torn on the qualifying. You should have a good set of the fastest tyre for every part of qualifying, rather than trying to save through one part to get to the next and whatnot. So, like you see Chazzy qualify 14th. Is he 14th? Probably not, but he was sort of forced to try to save his tyres for the last run. It didn't quite work out for him. So I like to see qualifying just no artificialism, just straight out fight, and then the race, bit of strategy to be part of it.
Isn't it good though to have some fast cars buried in the pack?
Yeah, you can say that, but I'm a bit more of a purist, and I just think qualifying should be flat out. No strategy. Just the quickest cars at the front. The fifth quickest car is fifth, and the 10th quickest car is 10th. But then for the race, yeah, mix the strategy up and see what happens. But for somebody on the outside, yeah. You know, if from the outside, we may as well just draw numbers out of a tin, you know, and that'll make it exciting. But we're here racing. Everyone's got their putting their there's 25 people putting their life on the line, and there's plenty of other people down pit lane as well, also doing the same thing. So we've got to make sure that we keep it pure at the same time.
Okay. Will, you and Nick Percat seem joined at the fender these last couple of weeks. Another good battle with Nick.
Yeah, it was. It was a little bit of a something. Otherwise, what was otherwise a pretty tough race for me. So no, it was good to hang on, give the guys a trophy. They deserve it. Particularly with the heartbreak, what happened to Anton earlier today. He's really been the man. So he's been so fast, and pretty hard to see that car start off the back of the grid. But it was a bit of a tricky race for me. Pretty tricky opening stint, and then we went aggressive, came in lap 5, and just tried to hang on. So it was an awesome battle with Nick. He was super fair. I was in all sorts of trouble, but I really wanted to hang on.
Got to ask you about your the comments to Jess Yates in Victory Lane today. You weren't overly impressed with what happened at turn 1?
No, I just asked if he saw me on the outside of 1. So I think he just understeered into me. So it's never ideal. Try and go side by side, but that's racing. So I just ended off in the boonies. Second time in a couple of weeks actually. But hey, we try and race hard, try and race fair. But I was just interested to know what happened.
Shane, can I just get your thoughts on turn 1, lap 1?
That's exactly what happened. But when he went off, I backed off and let him back on, and then he went wide at 2. But yeah, it was my mistake. It crowded me, took the air off the outside, and I understeered, but my fault.
Okay, cool. Let's get some questions from the journos.
Pardon me. Given the distance between you and Shane at the end, Jamie, could you have pitted later?
I could have pitted later, but then I was at risk of getting undercut by Will, Davo, Will Brown. Yeah, so we decided to go aggressive on the first car, and they kept us up the front. But if I didn't pit, Will Brown would have pit. He would have got track position, and who knows what would have happened.
Shane, you said you wouldn't talk about the championship until you had a 300-point lead. Gary over there did the numbers. It's 346.
Oh, yeah?
Are we allowed to talk about it yet?
Oh, I guess so. What do you want to know?
Do you feel like is it feeling like it's going to be your championship this year now?
I'm not driving like that. I'm trying to win every race, and I think my first laps and racing over the last week has shown that. I'm just racing for fun, enjoying it. Good group of people in our team, and I'm just going flat out. I haven't adjusted anything yet.
Some questions from afar that I'll just chuck in while we wait for the next questions to come in from Craig Revell. What's the difference in feel of drive compared to the hard and soft tyre? I might throw that one to you, Will. What's the difference in the hard and soft tyre in terms of grip levels this weekend?
Just overall grip, really, to be honest. So, it's quite interesting when we've been belting around here all last week. Quali run, we've done quite a few quali runs here now, and you really fine tune you sort of lap around here on a soft tyre. It's not an easy place to nail a lap perfect, nail the balance perfectly, and then you throw a hard tyre on, and basically it's just not underneath you, particularly laterally in the rear of the car. So it's quite hard to reset the mind a bit, particularly in qual. But from our side of things, we were too weak on the hard tyre, so we obviously have to have a good look at that tonight as well.
And one last one from Craig. Did anyone roll the dice today on rain tomorrow, so using lots of softs today? Did anyone try that game out today? Didn't use more softs because it might be raining tomorrow? Nothing like that? No. Okay, fair enough.
Jamie, just going back to what you said with the whole tyres and F1 and things like that, do you think something for a qualifying system, how you qualify, what you basically set your fastest lap on, say for instance in Q2, is what you start the race on? Would something like that work in supercars or not?
Yeah, for sure. That would work, like a park for May. I'm a bit of a fan of park for May as well. So what your car set up that you finish with is what you have to start the race with. So that's that's good. That everyone's got the choice. Everyone's got equal opportunity.
And Jamie, you said last week that Shane was making you look a bit ordinary. Now you're 15 seconds behind him. Still feeling that way?
Yeah, still feeling that way. Yeah, I'm going to go home a bit flat tonight. Like, we went bloody hard in qualifying and missed out by 500. So, Pete, you're either first or you're last, you know. And he did a good job, but didn't get anywhere. So go home with no stats, unfortunately. But wasn't through a lack of trying. We'll come out and do it all again tomorrow.
Just going back to the tyre thing, one of you two got a message from Couchy warning you about the different grip and braking and stuff as you came in for the pit stop? Shane. So there is enough of a difference when you change compounds, or is he just being oversensitive?
I think someone had a drive-through for pit entry or something, was his worry. But yeah, when you pit, your tyres are stuffed anyway, so I always brake early.
Yeah. No, he meant when you come out. I think he was talking about when you come out as well.
No, he's when I was coming.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Guys, thank you. Well done. And might see you back here tomorrow.